Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy J Rocks, here with another graphic novel haul. This is actually a part two of a three-parter. Actually, it sort of is and it sort of isn't, because trip out and break it down. The order I got last week, I made one order, then I made another order, which is this one, and then I made a third order. So I made all of them, I think, like a day apart, or I think I made two in one day, and then I made the next one like a day or two later. So I made 3 IST orders around the same time. Oh, shout out to the Omni Bros out there. You know who you are out there in Facebook, and to IST as well. We got that extra 3% discount. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you collect, you follow the group. You know what I'm talking about. So that 3% discount, it couldn't have come at a better time, because it came at a week, or at least for me, where a lot of shit was going down. There was a lot of shit out there I wanted, a lot of stuff on my wish list, a lot of stuff coming out. So I was like, man, we're getting that extra 3%. I'm gonna take advantage of that shit. So I made a few orders. I made 3 of them in 1 week. I usually make 1, sometimes 2. But this time I just, I made 3, and I still would have ordered a few more things. But the ends just weren't there. The ends were, if they were there, I would have hit a few more stuff, wiped out my whole wish list, and had it cleared. Cause I'm close. I don't have a lot. I'm close to having it current. That always happens to all of us. I'm pretty sure we have it current, and we're just waiting on releases. We're like, nothing I want. Waiting on releases, stuff that ain't out yet, and then little by little you start building a backlog. Cause sometimes some weeks are heavy, where you can't get everything, and you start getting a wish list again. So, anyways, yeah, I took advantage of that 3%. I said I might as well get them now while I get those extra few bucks I can save. So I did. One last week or whatever, the video you saw, that was the first one. The second one, there'll be one more to come. That stuff actually, it's already here. I just haven't opened it. I'm going to, and I'm gonna make it a separate video. Another quick question. I know I'm rambling a little bit, but I had a quick question here. When you guys order in bulk, what do you guys do? Like, I make 3 orders, like I said. Do you guys just make one big order? Do you make 2 separate orders, or how do you do it? I like making it in separate orders, because I like the small boxes to have one small box of like 5 books, 6 books, another box of like 5, 6 books. I don't want one huge box of like 20 books. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather break it down into selections. There's different reasons. One, it's heavier to move around just one big box. 2, I feel like they're more protected when they're all in their own separate box with a styrofoam, as opposed to all in one heavy box. Because when it's heavier, I feel it lends itself more for problems, like for it to be dropped or hit with something or whatever. And when they're separate, if something did happen to a box, it would just be to those books in that box, and the rest would be in separate packages, safe. And if they're all in one box, then the whole box is fucked. See what I'm saying? So let me know in the comments what you guys think about all that. But that's just the way I get down. Let me know what's your habits or your preference. Alright, so enough about all that. Let's get to the books. First up, I always start off with this one because I just stack it up on the top of the pile because it's the smallest book. It's a manga. You've seen my last 2 or 3 videos. I've been buying one of these each week or whatever to, slowly buying them. I don't need to buy them all at once. I add one in each order. These go for about 10 bucks on in-stock trades. It's Oh My Goddess. This is volume 6. Digging the spine on this one. Very lively. Lot of color on it. I really like the spine designs on these, because it almost feels like what would be on an Omni with the picture down here than the title up here. I actually prefer this spine designs to a lot of the omnibuses I have of Marvel and stuff. They know how to do it right here. Okay, so yeah, it's volume 6, which is only 6 out at this moment. I think the series is gonna go about 9 or 10 omnis. I don't know, maybe I'll probably just get all of them. There's a cover. It's tight. The back of it. It's a fun series. It's a $20 cover price. It's manga, so it's not your regular standard size. It's a little shorter. If you're familiar with Dark Horse omnibuses with Predator, Alien, Star Wars, so forth, you know how they're a little shorter. That this is the size of those, except this one's chunkier. It's black and white. So yeah, let's get into some of the interiors on this.
Alright, so here's Oh My God is volume 6. This girl has kind of a Chun-Li thing going on with the color scheme of her gear and so forth. See the back, I like this color they're going. It's kind of like the, I picture stars and the moon and so forth. We got one of the goddesses here. Classic manga, love and comedy. Alright, let's see what this one says here. The secrets of Belle Dandy's past will be revealed when a mysterious young boy shows up on the doorsteps of... not even gonna fuck with the name because I can't even pronounce it. But in the temple. So who is he? And why does he insist Belle Dandy should remember him? Oh, we got some drama stirring up on this volume. Nice. If you've seen my last few hauls, you probably familiar with the interior art by now. But in case you're new to my channel and you have not, let's flip through a few of the pages. Look at here, the clouds and so forth, so detailed. And then here and here, the backgrounds are so plain with nothing. This must be the little boy they're talking about. Here to stir things up. These, can't wait till I get volume, still need volume 1 first of all. It looks like this is something I'm gonna enjoy. The covers and their witches with magic and so forth. It kind of had a, I don't know, it kind of reminded me a little bit like of a Sailor Moon feel to it. And I was digging Sailor Moon. I need to get some of those mangas as well. Those are a little pricey though. But yeah, I'm gonna probably hop on those as well. And this looks something similar to that. So if you like Sailor Moon, you might like this. Alright then, let's the next book I got up in here is Fathom by Aspen Comics. This one's a little tricky. I don't know what to make of it. It says volume 5, but it also says look at the spine. It says all new Fathom volume 5. I don't know what's up with that. Like, wouldn't you just put volume 1 all over again or something? I'm not sure. And the spine design is completely different from my other Fathom books. But yeah, there's the cover. Not a fan of that art, honestly. Is not really digging that cover or the art style. Like the back though. Yeah, so it looks pretty cool. It's a $20 cover price. Aspen Comics, if you know, they just give you like a 20% discount. So this was a good time to use that IST code / Omnibus code. I can't stress that enough. That code, they were looking out for us, looking out for all my collector peeps out there, cause that couldn't have come at a better time. It came out on a big week. Sometimes those codes drop and there's nothing out there that I want, at least or it's me, and I notice on the group, it's not just me, they come out at a time when a lot of people are like, well, there's nothing there I need. And this time it came out at a good week when there was a lot of shit going on. Alright, so when I bought it on the, well, yeah, that's right, I bought this on the damage section. So it was like $4, I think. It's a $20 cover price. Let me switch the camera around, show some interiors, and let me show off some of this damage. Okay, here we got the all new Fathom by Michael Turner. I noticed on this trade they completely changed the design and so forth. First of all, they put all new. Then they put the Aspen logo is a little different. They added it over here on the spine. Where is it at? This is different too. So this is David Woe, Alex Connaught, Mark Rosalind, so forth and so forth. A lot of creators I'm not familiar with. Some of the interior art. Ooh, we got lucky. We got on a 2-page spread. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't hate the idea of an omnibus of Fathom. Collect the first 3 or 4 volumes. I believe there's one. Each series, the first series goes about 20 issues. Second series goes about 12 to 14. Each series goes like 12 to 14 issues. And the first series goes about close to 20, is the longest one. Digging Dartos. Pretty cool. I've only read the first series and I was digging it. I know the volume 1 only has the first 9 issues. I don't know why they didn't make they didn't want to make it a chunky volume. That's fine. Put the other 9 issues in a separate volume. But I don't know, they never did. Oh no, yeah, they did a definitive edition, but I don't know, that one's weird. That's a whole story for another day. This looks like it's a different character here. I don't think it's the same girl. Gotta do some reviews on these eventually. I haven't only read the first series and I really enjoyed it. The one that actually had Michael Turner on art. Alright, let's check out the back of this. There are 2 worlds. The one we know and the one below. Nice. Yeah, that's pretty much the basis of this. It's like I don't know, I haven't read all Aquaman, but obviously there's something similar to that. But here I don't think they have kingdoms. I think they're just like an alien race or something like that. But enough for that. We'll dish out some reviews on this down the road. Right. All right. Now the next book is the Shadow Master Series, Volume 2. Digging the cover, it should look tight. I've always been a fan of the Shadow. I've always liked them, found them interesting. I just didn't have a lot of his stuff. A big reason was because I don't really find the trades like on the cheap. They're usually kind of expensive. You gotta pretty much pay the cover price. Like you hardly get them at a discount. And also I have a lot of other stuff. I'll collect Marvel, and I'm starting to collect now DC as well. So you know, and I'm starting to collect some manga too. So I had a lot of other stuff on my plate. So when I do catch them at a price I like, I'll buy some at, you know, you get used to those discounts on IST, so now you want everything half off. So now when it's close to cover price, it seems expensive. So yeah, these are $25 cover price. You find them on IST for like $20. So you don't get much of a discount on them. So I'm like, oh, $25. If it was a Marvel book, it'd be 12. You know, it'd be 50% off. So yeah, when I find them on a cheap price, I get them. And one thing I like about the Shadow, you don't necessarily need to read them in chronological order. You could read volume 1 and then skip to like volume 5. They're all their own thing. Like Conan, you could sort of do that to an extent with Conan and with Usagi Yojimbo. I mean, you might miss little things, but you can enjoy them. You could start halfway through the series and still enjoy it just as much. So that's one good thing about this. You could just buy random volumes, and you won't be missing much because they're all kind of their own thing. Each 6 issues or 12 issues or whatever. Let's get into some of the interiors on this one. Okay, here's the Shadow. This one's all jacked, as you can tell right there. It's the back. It's all jacked over here too. That's fine. Oh well, what can you do? Okay, that's the. Let's see what the interior art looks like. Doesn't look bad. Looks okay. I believe this is the Masterpiece series, whatever. I believe it's only 3 volumes, so it's not a long ongoing series, unless they're still releasing more of these. Okay, we'll get to this eventually. Masterpiece series volume 2. I think I only saw 3 volumes of this. That's a spine right there. What I really hope is that Dynamite comes out with more of the Shadow Omnibuses. I got the year 1. I hope they have a volume 2 and 3 and so forth. Maybe this stuff will be included in there. But I'm pretty sure 1 it's probably its own thing. All right, the next book is kind of as far as for coming from Inside Trade, it's kind of jacked up. It's still not really that jacked up, but yeah, it's all jacked right there. Got it again, pretty cheap. They had a damage sale, so yeah, they had a 3% discount, and they had a damage sale of I think like 80% off of damaged books. So I got this Judge Dredd. They're wider than your standard comic book. This one is Judge Dredd, Day of Chaos, the fourth faction. John Wagner and a few other names there, but it got John Wagner, so I'm all in. This is the back. It's also $25 cover price. That's the spine. Judge Dredd, another one of those characters that you don't need to read them in chronological order. It helps, but you don't need to. It doesn't ruin the experience. You could read hopping on any random spot. You'll be alright. Alright, let's get into some of the interiors on this one. Alright, here we go with Judge Dredd, Day of Chaos, the fourth faction. A lot of different creators here. If you want to read all the names, there they are. Like the Judge Dredd, if you're familiar with them, they're usually wider. There you go, see how much more wider. Because a lot of these were magazine size formats, and also there are also comics that come from another country out there in Europe, and I'm not really sure how they print them out, the singles out there. I'm not sure if they're like this or if they just strictly make the magazines or what. Because I know Judge Dredd is part of like an anthology magazine series or whatnot. Okay, so let's get to some of the art. The thing about Judge Dredd, people say he's one-dimensional and so forth, and it's sort of true. He got some dark humor, but it's not really about Judge Dredd. It's more about the world around them. The stories are about its world building, and it's like, so you could get an idea of what this future is, what it's like, and what its laws are, and how the people are. It's not always necessarily about Dredd, which I like. I like that concept where he's sort of like a role player in it. He's definitely he abuses his power. It's like a police officer that can be heroic, but he can also be a jerk and abuse his position, if you will. Ooh, some nudity there. Maybe I shouldn't leave it on there too much. I think we've seen enough. Don't want to get further into the book. So let's get on to the next one. Alright. Last book of the haul. This freaking light I have in front of me so that it doesn't look dark when I'm recording. It's killing me, man. It's making me sweat right now. Drinking some Rolling Rock. It's not the greatest beer, but it's cheap. And I could drink that all day without getting too buzzed. So I like drinking it because, I could drink for a cool minute while I do my videos and I don't get a hangover and I don't get too drunk or anything where I'm just rambling on more than usual. Okay, so the last one. Whew. Let me stretch a little. This one's kind of heavy. Damn, I could do curls with this bitch, man. Damn. It's the Final Crisis, our 10th anniversary Omnibus. So I guess this came out 10 years ago. It's Grant Morrison. I know a lot of people drool over him. I read a few of his stuff. I like it. I don't think it's anything amazing that like people are like, oh, he's so amazing that he just blows my mind and he just confuses me because he's just too much of a genius and whatever. I read his stuff. I like it. I understand it. But it's not like, maybe it's what I've read. I don't know. I read his Arkham Asylum and his JLA run. They're cool, but I have some other stuff. I just haven't gotten around to reading them. We'll see. Maybe this is one of those. Cause I heard this one's kind of confusing, so maybe this will be one of those books. This is written by him, but it's so chunky. I don't think it's just him. I think it's a lot of writers on this. What would it say? Let's dig into the book
and we'll see who and who is actually on it. Because this is a lot of material. This has to be more than just that event. Because this is like a lot of stuff. And it goes for 150 bucks, which is like really expensive. And I don't know why DC does these big, huge, thick books. This could be breaking up into 2 books. Man, what's so difficult about doing this? 1 hardcover, 2 hardcover. That's 2 Omnis right there. God damn. Okay, so I'll just open it up. Oh. Okay, cool. The middle page is also a 2-page spread. Let's see the yeah, we definitely get some gutter laws because it's such a huge book, but it's not terrible. It's not a lot. You know what? I should really stretch this, I guess. There's some of the art. For those of you that have read this before, let me see if it shows the covers. Nope. Oh, some interesting shit is going on right here, that's for sure. For those of you that have read this before, let me know what you thought about it. Is it good? Because I hear mixed things. Would I need anything else going into it? I'm definitely not gonna read this first. I'm gonna read I think you read volume 1 of the Batman stuff from Grant Morrison. Then you get onto this. No, I'm not even gonna flip through any more pages because there's already some interesting stuff going down here that I don't want to spoil anything for myself. But I'm starting on the Infinity Crisis first, then the Morrison Batman volume 1, then this. I'm gonna go in the order it's meant to be, or as far as from what I know, that's the way it goes first. So if you know if there's any other material I would need, let me know, and I'll consider getting it. I don't know if it's crucial or not to this. This book is so thick, it seems like it already included everything you would need in here. But I'm not an expert, I don't know. You guys would know more than me for those long-time readers. The cover's pretty basic, nothing amazing or anything. You think it's 10-year anniversary, have some type of cool stuff going on the design on the cover and so forth. Not really. But yeah, that's the last book of the haul. You know what? I'm feeling like doing another video right now. I might go ahead and do a little vlog, talk a little bit about books that came out or whatever random shit. I'll toss that up tomorrow. If I do it, I'll toss it up the day after this video. Okay. So anyways, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so it can notify you on your feed and on your phone and so forth. Also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads. Goodreads is an important one. I like to post my shit up in there, keep track of all your books and so forth. It's good. If you guys don't have a profile, you should be getting one, because right there you keep track of every book you buy, every single issue, every trade, every omnibus. You type it in there and it keeps it on your log so you know everything you got in your collection. And once you read something, you could go ahead and post a review on it so you know you've read it. It's really, really great. I'm loving it. So anyways, yeah, go ahead and create one of those if you don't already got one. And just check you guys out next time.